teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3-yard pickup. Brings up
back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
7 yards to go.
Now it's Tomlinson. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
47 on the carry.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in.
The pass. Complete.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And he's got some space here. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Number 30 on the carry.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Reed. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The quarterback taken down and
this offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
6-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. First down, Chargers.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to him.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is going to be incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
9-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
From the gun, Reed. Here it's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense, we get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
And the 11.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation. Maybe even...
Fighting for the end zone. He wants the football. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Recovered by the Chargers.
Following the fumble recovery, Chamberlain looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
Back to the air on second down. Chamberlain, he's going to take another shot here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Chargers.
They'll drop the throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And the
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
3rd down.
Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Going to give this time to the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This will be fielded at the 17. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard. The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback. In the final seconds of the first half, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
14. Raiders nothing.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
11 yards there, just like last play.
Vegas, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Reed. Throwing on first down. And that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Second and 8.
Now Reed to throw on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speed.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 10 yards out, and the Raiders are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Number 80.
It's a big one there for the Chargers. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
17-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up...
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 17 yards out. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And they had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Here's Reed, looking to throw on 2nd down. Left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
At the 44-yard line.
Now handoff here to his running back. It's out, it's loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Fumble on the play.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Gain of 12.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards there, a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the balls are rolling.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up.
The quarterback keeps it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now they'll throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
And this throw caught left side. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Reed now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time, and that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here. And that, like the last series, just didn't happen.
Number 29.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
But in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Reed to throw again. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. 30. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Reed. This will be caught at about the 6. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Reed on 3rd and 2. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for number 88.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Derwin James with a pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15.
Today's final score.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And